This is during World War II, and the war is going on. And in Tucson, where I and my brother lived, we would have to take a bus to go downtown. Typically, it was a 25-cent bus. Everything was cheap in those days. And my brother always managed to lose something on his way to or from school. And my mother said, "This is how you can tell when to get off the bus and go across the desert and you'll see our house." Well, I'd never seen the house before and I didn't know the road. So I just chose a direction, and my brother gave me additional advice, which he was able to do. And we went right across these creosote bushes. It didn't take us very long to realize we didn't know where we were, and that there were a few wildcats in that desert, and there were some snakes of various kinds, mostly bull snakes. And we were very worried because we didn't know how to get home from there, and there weren't any houses around. In fact, later I found that there was a whole pathway of empty paths that led no one anywhere. And so my brother and I,
How old were you?
let's see, I was in third grade. So we prayed. We knew about how to do that because we were, part-time missionaries, like everybody was in those days, and we just walked and walked until we thought we saw something, and what we saw was the top of a building. You know, as you get closer to a building, you see more of it from the top down because of the ground around it. And it was a drugstore. I didn't have a penny. So I talked to the drugstore owner and said, "Can you help us find our way home?" And I told him where the road we lived on, and he called up our parents. And of course, if that sequence hadn't happened, going over a desert that had no markings, to see a drugstore that you couldn't afford to enter, it was the Holy Spirit that saved us on that occasion and many others.